And the next topic that we will be discussing right here is going to be the ones complement and the twos complement. So right now, even before starting this, I know it already that we have basically integers. And what are integers? Integers are basically to be known as whole numbers. हमारे पास जो whole numbers होते हैं उनको हम integers कहते हैं. For example, I can say that write like 40, 50, 60, 70, all of the numbers that do not have a decimal, they are integers. But one thing is right here that integers I have of two types, right? Like for example, I can have a positive integer, and similarly at the same time, I can have a negative integers. Now, if I have a positive integers, that means that they are right like 40, 30, 20, 10, 15. So these are all some examples of positive integers. And I also know at the same time that you know it exactly that how you can convert them. For example, if you want to convert a denary number 40 into something, if you want to convert a 30 denary number into something, so that you can do it easily. But similarly, if you have a number that is in negative, for example, if I'm referring to a negative number, for example, minus 50, for example, minus 30, for example, minus 20. So these are basically negative integers, but right now we have clearly understand that how can we convert these numbers. But if I want you to convert the numbers that are negative in nature, that means that we need to follow here two of the techniques. That one technique is known as ones complement. The second technique is known as twos complement. So you can say it like ones complement, or you can name it like twos complement. So these are the two techniques. Now, first, for example, if I have the value of a ones complement, अगर मेरे पास ones complement की example है, so what it means, what it do is that it basically flip all the bits. आपके पास जितने भी बिट्स होते हैं वो सारे के सारे फ्लिप हो जाते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू हैव 0 it is converted to 1. If you have 1 it is converted to 0. So all of your bits are completely flipped. Similarly, if I give you an example of twos complement. Acha, before than that, let me give you a practical example of a ones complement. Like for example, if you have a question, it says 1, 1, 1, 1 and 0, 0, 0, 0. Now the question says that you need to apply the ones complement right here. So what you are going to do, you are going to convert this 1 into 0, 0, 0, 0, and this is going to be turned as 1, 1, 1, 1. This is to be known as a ones complement. Now, if you want to work with the twos complement, you have this method that is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and minus 128. Now, this is the method for twos complement. That means that if you are solving with the help of a twos complement method, you are going to use this method. And so let's say that if I have a denary number of minus 90, I need to calculate the equivalent of the out of that with the help of a twos complement. Twos complement की help से मुझे इसको solve करना है. So perhaps what I'm going to do right here in this part is that first of all, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to turn on the first value from the left hand side, that is going to be minus 128. Now, if I have turned the minus 128 button, that means that now it has given me the accessibility to work with the minus value. So minus 128 right here, and now I need to add those specific values right here. That gives me a sum of minus 90. So for example, if this is minus 128, so if I give it minus 128 plus 64, what is going to be the answer? So if it is minus 128 plus 64, अगर minus 128 plus 64 करते हैं तो the answer right here is minus 64. That means that the answer is lower than that. I cannot take this number. So what I am going to do is that I am going to put a 0 here. So should I take minus 128 plus 32? What the answer is? So if I subtract minus 128 plus 32, the answer is 9 minus 96. The answer is greater than that. So I'm going to use this, but I need to achieve 90. So that means I need to subtract 6 from that. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to subtract 6 from that. So 4, 5, 6 is subtracted. So this basically becomes minus 90. So it goes like minus 128 plus 32 plus 4 plus 2 gives you the equivalent of minus 90. And the answer of minus 90 equivalent of binary is 1010 and 0110. Do you have any confusion in this?
नो सर.
इसमें कोई सवाल है?
नहीं सर. क्लियर है.
ओके ओके, वंस कॉम्प्लीमेंट भी क्लियर है.
जी जी.
अच्छा, नाउ राइट हियर देयर इज वन अनदर रूल. द रूल बेसिकली स्टेट्स दैट अच्छा, फॉर एग्जांपल देयर इज बेसिकली a limit that is minus 128. So perhaps if you have a different question or a different problem and you are unable to solve it with this method, there is yet another way. This is basically to be known as method 2 for solving 2's complement. So for example, now if the question says that you need to calculate the minus 90 equivalent of binary. So in method 2, what you are going to do is that first of all, in step 1, you are going to calculate the binary equivalent, but it has to be into a positive number. आप binary equivalent calculate करेंगे, but it has to be into a positive number. So सबसे पहले इसका पॉजिटिव निकालें. 1 2 4 8 16 32 64 128. So for having the positive number, what I am going to do is that 128 is going to be 0 because it is the number that is greater than that. I'm going to take 64. And should I take 32 or not? So 64 plus 32 is basically 96. The number is greater than that. So it is going to be 0. So should I take 64 plus 16? It is 80, 80, 88 and 89, 90. So this is the positive binary equivalent. मेरे पास जो positive answer आ रहा है वो है 0101 1010. Now in step 2, what I'm going to do right here is that I am going to apply one's complement to my answer. And when I'm applying one's complement, अब इसके साथ क्या होगा बेटा, ये मेरे पास है 0101 1010. Now it suddenly becomes 1010 0101. Now, just after this in the step 3, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add up 1 in this 2's complement. So for adding the 1, what I'm going to copy this right here, 1's complement wala. 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1, and I'm going to add here the value of 1. So if I'm adding the value of 1, it becomes 1 and 1 is 0 with carry 1, 1 and 0 is 1. This comes right here 1 0 0 1 0 1. So
Yes.
this is my exact answer of minus 90 binary equivalent through the second method, and you can see that the answer matches 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 0.
Yes.
इसमें आई थिंक आपको बाइनरी एडिशन नहीं आती।
इसमें
अभी जो मैंने ये एडिशन की है बाइनरी एडिशन आती है।
ऐड वन,
जी
नहीं ये नहीं आती, ये नहीं आती।
यार आई कैन नॉट हियर यू प्रॉपरली, आती है या नहीं?
नहीं 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 आती।
अच्छा चलो अब इसको जरा यहीं पे ही रोको। अब पहले जरा अब आपको हम सिखाते हैं बाइनरी एडिशन। सो
ठीक है।
फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग बाइनरी एडिशन, अच्छा अब एक बात ये बताएं कि फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई एम रेफरिंग टू अ डेनरी नंबर, so if I add two denary numbers together it becomes 2. If I add three denary numbers together it becomes 3. But in binary addition if I add 1 and none, what do you think the answer is going to be?
वन एंड वन, it will be
Hmm? 1 and 1 is going to be what? I
टू।
cannot write 2 here because in binary we only have either 0, we only have 1. So what I am going to do to calculate 1 and 1, the final answer of this, I am going to first go into denary. I find that the answer is 2. And now what I am going to do is that I am going to convert this into a binary number, and the conversion for this goes like 1248,
यस।
and the final answer right here is 0010. Now this is going to be considered as your final answer. Your final answer right here is 10 0 1, or you can either say that 1 and 1 if I add together this is 0 with carry 1. Do you have any confusions in this?
नो सर।
Acha, now there are some number of rules. For example, if you add 1 plus 0, it becomes 1. If you add 0 plus 1, it becomes 1. Now, if you add 1 and 1, it becomes 0 with carry 1. And similarly, if you are adding 1 plus 1, it becomes 1 with carry 1. These are the number of rules. So, for example, if I'm adding 1 1 1 in denary is 3. But if I convert that into binary, it becomes like this. So this is the 11 that is right here. So in these rules, do you have any confusion?
नो सर। नो सर।
Okay, okay. अच्छा अब इसी बाइनरी एडिशन को I was doing it right here when I was adding a 1 here. So let me repeat it right in front of you again. So if I'm adding 1 and 1, this goes like 0 with carry 1. Then again 1 and 0 is considered as 1. And then it is going to be written as it is. 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. Simple as it is. Is this clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So far we have completed ones complement, we have completed two's complement, and we have also completed binary addition using positive and negative integers.
Yes.
Now, we have binary subtraction.